There was like a streak of like 3 months for.
Oh yeah, we were streaming more than this, and I still fucked it up, fucking constantly. All right, I am ready to go when you are. I don't know if you've got it booted up or not.
I'm already in the game, man.
Okay, cool. I know I'm usually behind.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm watching the cutscene. Clive and what's her face is Clive and Torgal are watching the castle.
Okay, so I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you remember the names. Okay. So we're Frodo.
Okay.
The dog is Sam.
Okay.
The love interest is also Sam.
Okay.
Sexy Sid is Gandalf.
When does Han Solo show up? I like his hat.
Does Han Solo have a hat?
See, kids, it's a funny joke because Harrison Ford also played Indiana Jones.
Oh, okay. I was like, I can't picture him with a hat.
See, kids, I'm 3 steps ahead when it comes to my referential humor.
Do you know what Harrison Ford's first acting role was?
He played Big Dick the Doorman. No, I don't fucking know.
I mean, kind of close. He was a craftsman on set for American Graffiti, which is one of George Lucas's movies, and they needed a bully character.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
And so he was like, "Hey, you want to act?" And so,
hey, kid, you want to be in my movie? And he said, "Who the fuck are you?"
yeah, so he was in. He had like a line. I think he had one line, but yeah, he just needed to. That's his very first acting role. And then George said, "Oh, hey, you had one line? Cool, now fucking do all my movies."
I know George Clooney's one of George Clooney's first acting roles is he was the roommate in Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
Oh, didn't he like famously get his first roles like in his 30s?
No, he might have been in his 30s, but he looks like he's like in his early 20s at the latest.
Okay, maybe it's just he didn't get famous until his 30s.
I also know what's his face from Titanic. What's his name? The main guy from Titanic.
Oh, DiCaprio.
Yeah, he was in the early Critters movies. He was like in Critters 3.
Oh,
there's
weird.
a lot of big name actors that got started in like B horror movies.
Fair.
Critters 3. Hey, it's Leonardo DiCaprio. I had it right.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Look up George Clooney. I want to see if that was his first movie or if it's his second. I know it's one of them. I own Return of the Killer Tomatoes because it's actually a really funny movie.
Oh, hey, look, we're at a castle.
Yeah, I told you, you and Torgal. Torgal's the girl, right?
Her name is Jill. Which?
No, pretty sure it's Torgal.
Heath and I talked about it the other day. God, she is boring.
Filmography. Oh, I'm sorry. It was his third movie. I was wrong. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
His first movie was Grizzly 2, The Revenge, where he played Ron. His second movie, this one, is Return to Horror High. I actually own that movie too. It's another B horror movie. I think Return to the Killer Tomatoes is better. And then third movie was Return to the Killer Tomatoes. 1988. How old were you when you started, sir? 1960. Yeah, so he was 27.
Okay. Or 27. That's still late-ish for...
It's mid-20s. Nothing crazy.
I mean, for an actor.
Paul Rudd or Chris Evans also got started.
Paul Rudd was like a baby, I'm pretty sure, when he... Or you mean he just got started in B movies?
He was in Clueless?
Yeah. He's definitely in Clueless. He's a big part in Clueless.
I've never seen Clueless. Bro.
Oh, well. You were shocked that you were shocked that he was in it, so I thought maybe.
I've heard of the movie, but it seemed early in his career. Which he was only 16 at the time, so yes, it was.
Oh, he was only 16, damn, because he played How old was Paul Rudd's character in Clueless? He was in his 20s, right? Because he was out of high school. 19. Okay, he was 16. I was like, he played someone out of high school.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He was in Halloween 6.
Ah,
In the same year.
Halloween 6. Also, there's a Halloween 6.
Dude, there's like 9 of them now.
I mean, I know they eventually like reboot, but like I didn't think they kept counting up to 6.
Actually, we're probably up to 11 now.
Yeah.
There's 6 Halloween. So if they got up to Halloween 6,
well, there's 3 of the reboots.
There's two with Rob Zombie that Rob Zombie did, and then there's the 3 new ones. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 13 Halloween movies. Apparently, they got up to 8 of them before they rebooted it.
Okay. Well, they're Halloween 8, huh?
The more you know.
The more you know. Neat. Yeah, Clueless is fine. Yachty really likes it, but
I've never seen it, but, and I mean this nicely to Yachty, I am not shocked that she likes it.
how?
I'm pretty sure she has brought up Bring It On before, and I kind of lump those two movies together, even though, for all I know, they are on completely different topics.
I mean, it's similar energy.
Yeah. And like, I have nothing against either movie franchise because I've never seen either. It's like Hitalia in my mind. It's like when you say this, it's like, yeah, okay, I can kind of pick up on what movies you watch.
Fair. Dude, we should have a Bring It On marathon, but only like, I guess, how many Bring It Ons are good? Just the first one? Just the first one. Okay. Because they get really bad really fast.
I wanted her to say all of them.
I knew they got really bad really fast. I wasn't sure if the second one was good. But they started becoming like direct-to-DVD very quickly. And there's like 8. There's like 8 Bring It Ons or something. There's a fuck ton.
Oh, dude, you know what we should do?
Yeah.
So we should do a series, and where we do that, and then we watch like one of the horror movies that has like 9 direct-to-DVD sequels, like Children of the Corn, which has like 8 of them. And we're just like, no, like we go back and forth. Like we watch a Bring It On, and then we watch like a Children of the Corn. We watch like the second Bring It On, and we watch the second Children. We have to like figure out like, no. I think Children of the Corn 3 was better than Bring It On 3.
Can fucking keep it tab. It's head to head.
Yeah, like they have to compete in categories. Like it's like best character, best lead actor, best lead actress, most flashy dance number. I think Children of the Corn might win that first one.
Flashy dance numbers, is that?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead.
Before I stopped doing YouTube, I really wanted to do one of the videos I wanted to do that was going to be like a joke was I was going to start reviewing every Pokemon movie, and every time I was going to add like a tier list. So it'd be like, oh, the first time it's like the movies, and the second time it's like the villains, and the third time it's like the third time it's like the legendary Pokemon, and the fourth time it's like the Pokeballs, and I had to like every time I add it, so I keep doing the categories. So I still review the movies and the villains and stuff like that in the third movie. And the fourth movie, I still do like the movies, the villains, and the legendaries. And then the fifth movie, I have to do like, and each time I like get more exasperated when I added another tier list.
That'd be fun, but also watching all those movies.
Yeah, by like the 10th movie, I'm just sitting here like, and this is Team Rocket's blasting off. God damn it! And then we do like a tier list of Team Rocket's blasting off.
I wonder if there's like a compilation of every Team Rocket blasting off. Got to be like 6 hours long.
But you were gonna say something. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. I was gonna say, going back to Bring It On and other sequels. Me and my friends tried to do a marathon with the Police Academy movies.
Okay.
We could not get through it. They get really bad, really fast.
I'm positive. I don't know about a compilation, but there is a playlist.
I feel like
It is
a play-
135 videos long.
that's not enough.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did find a compilation from 8 years ago, which is 2 hours long.
Yep, sounds right.
Oh, we're in the Hall of the Ancestors. So this is where I play the little puzzle that fills out my tablet, and then I go save the rest of Hyrule.
Yeah. It took me a second to figure out where you're going with that. I was like, tablet, what?
Yeah, you move the ball, you move like the ball in a maze, and then you fill it out, and it gives you, it's like, oh, hero, here's a shrine.
You said tablet, and I was thinking like Angry Birds.
No. That's a different Legend of Zelda. This is Legend of Zelda. This is Wind Waker, right?
I mean,
How many Police Academy movies are there? I can only think of like 3.
there's 7. At the time, there were 7.
Jeez. Well, I was talking to somebody about that. He was bringing up a movie franchise, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's like 9 of. Oh, it was American Pie.
Oh, there's a fuck ton of American Pies.
I was like, I think there's like 9 of them.
It's probably more.
Like, nah, there's only 3. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's like 9. And he looked it up, and there's only 3. But then there's like 3 different subsets of spin-offs that all have like 3 of them as well. So it's like American Vacation and shit. I'm like, oh.
Okay, I thought they still
I'm
had that.
technically right, but I lose in spirit.
Yeah. I was like, I know there's a fuck ton, but yeah, I didn't realize they changed like that part of the name. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, he was like, I'm technically right, but you win in spirit.
I've actually never watched the only American Pie I watched was the no. Yeah, I haven't seen the first one.
I've never seen any of them.
Jonathan says
I
he's never
only
seen any of
know-
them.
I know that the reason they're called American Pie, and that was enough for me to know I didn't need to watch the movie.
Fair. Yeah, I've only seen the before Yadi rudely interrupted me. I've only seen the reboot that, like when they got the old cast back together.
Didn't even know it was rebooted.
Yeah, I guess it's not a reboot, just to see it, an actual sequel with the original cast.
Oh, requel. Okay.
Yeah. I guess it's not a reboot, but it was not very good.
Well, it's a requel. We're redoing the same plot, but it's also technically a sequel to the original movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not very good. Oh, hey, look, a boss that is actually doing damage. Ow. He's actually doing a lot of damage.
Not got to the bites yet. I've been fighting the little constructs. They must create additional pylons.
Alright. I cannot just smash square against this guy. I actually have to dodge.
This is where they give me the little shrine, right? This is where they give me my dot and my tablet.
Trying to think of other temple-based. So this is where Lorecraft, you go into first-person mode.
Is that where I get to see her big boobs?
You can see that from the first fucking second.
Let's fucking go. Good old PlayStation graphics. We have 2 choices for your woman. She has D cups or she's an A cup. Which would you prefer?
I mean, not gonna make a flat main character. Come on.
That is. I love that. That's the answer for why Tifa and Lara Croft have big boobs. They're like, no, you gotta understand. This is the PS1. We have 2 choices here.
I was gonna say examples of where that's not true, but I was like, oh, I guess those were later PS1 games. I guess
That's literally the answers. They're like, all right, these are how the polygons work. We can bring it out to here, or we can put it here. Which do you prefer? The answer is D cup or an A cup.
God, I'm doing this boss so terribly.
I still have not found this boss.
He just
Are you a boss?
He does a lot of damage, and
No idea.
he's not necessarily hard. I'm just like not used to having to play around.
Are you like in the temple doing the construct things?
Yes.
Okay.
It was like a big construct. It took like a couple minutes to defeat.
I've apparently not made it that far. The only thing I found that's been reasonably sized is the Fallen Guardian, but I don't know if it counts as a boss.
Yeah, I think that's He had like a red health bar, and he had the yellow stagger.
So I'm fighting. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I count as a boss. He did more damage to me than most of the other fucking enemies. And he's not necessarily hard. I'm so used to baby mode throwing it, and that did not work.
You just say that. So you said you couldn't just mash square and press R1.
I had to press R1. I couldn't just mash square.
Okay. I'll say press R1 when it says to press R1, and mash square was my strategy there. And
Yeah.
I made it through without taking damage.
Oh, fair. Yeah, I took a lot of damage. But yeah, actually,
Okay.
I don't press R1 enough a whole lot anymore. So when I actually have to do it, that's where I count it as having to actually try.
Boss required me to push the second button.
Yeah.
Oh no. Now we're in trouble.
Especially with since Clive just auto targets and he moves on his own, I literally am just pressing square for most of these fights. I'm not even pressing the directional buttons because you don't have to. Whee! God, fucking. So many people were mad that this did not get nominated for Game of the Year. I'm like, how was?
I can understand, like, especially if you're really big into Final Fantasies, because it's like it's not a terrible game. It's just not like we're as much shit as we're giving it. I'm not having fun.
Yeah, no, it's not terrible. I just don't see how it's Game of the Year material.
Well, I also think that your qualifications for Game of the Year are sometimes a lot higher than the average person's qualifications.
Fair.
I don't remember what all the nominations were last year, but I remember several of them. I was like, really?
I thought last year's were all pretty good. The only one I didn't agree with was actually Final Fantasy.
I was watching people just shit on the whole thing the entire time.
I thought the nominees. I think people were mad that Black Myth didn't get nominated.
Oh, Wukong.
Wukong, yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Sun Wukong. That's a game I want to play at some point, but Jesus Christ, it's never does not go down in price for. I don't know who the fuck makes it, but its physical version is still fucking $60. On the eShop, it's still like $60.
I'll just chill. I have no interest in playing it. At this point, I've given up on trying to play the popular new games.
Fair. I just playing whatever fucking. God, I'm fucking so bad at dodging the Fallen Guardians attacks.
Try to chill with the waves, but down across the line. Get fucked, bro.
Eat shit.
This is why they call me Big Dick Dirk, the king of the dicks.
Big Dick Dirk.
My name's Clive. I want that in a fantasy novel. It's like, this is why they call me Big Dick. They don't call me Big Dick.
They don't call me Big Dick. His dick was small.
They call me Average Size Johnson.
Alright, you're staggered, bitch. Eat shit. Eat shit. Eat shit. Eat shit. Eat shit and die. Eat shit and die.
I always feel like this is an insult to bosses when you just ignore them and just start fighting their they're like little enemy soldiers.
Yeah.
Like, you motherfucker, I'm the threat here.
I was like, I feel like it should be about fighting the boss around the little guys, but no, it's always just kill the little guys first.
Like, you motherfucker, I summoned them to help me. You are going to take me seriously.
Also, I feel like, I mean, I guess because he's an actual party member, but for Torgos doing just as much, it's just as useful as Jill, and she's got fucking ice magic.
Yeah, well, Torgal's a good boy.
He's a good boy. He does a lot of he actually does a fair amount of damage. Yeah,
I literally don't pay any attention to whether our allies deal damage or not.
fair.
I guess it doesn't make a difference either way. As I hit. My strategy remains the same,
I hit
no
square.
matter how many enemies there are.
You know, he does like half a health bar on the minions with just a single fucking lunge.
You could tell me he did the whole health bar. Or you could tell me he does 1 damage, and I'd believe you either ways.
And that's just him on his own. That's not me telling him what to do because I forget that's a fucking menu.
Stick 'em.
Eat shit. God, yeah, I don't like these fallen guardians. He doesn't let me press square enough. I have to dodge. I just want to press square, man. But yeah, this year's game of the year will be interesting because it's gonna be Grand Theft Auto 6 and then a fucking bunch of things that no one's gonna agree on.
It'll be Oblivion.
I don't know if it will. I just don't think remasters, like even some of his beloved is Oblivion. I feel like remasters don't get that sort of recognition. Pew pew pew. Oh, it'll probably definitely be the Elden Ring. Though people seem kind of torn on that one. Yeah, it is. It's coming out like pretty soon. It's like next month.
I remember it getting announced. I couldn't have told you when it came out. I know it's a roguelike, and I remember people being confused by that.
Yeah, people seem torn on it. I think it's kind of. I think like a co-op roguelike in an action game. Like it's kind of. It's interesting. If nothing else, it's interesting. It's not just Soulsborne, but again, because man, every Soulsborne game is the same.
That's not true. What's the crab one?
The crab one?
Yeah, there's one where you play like a hermit crab.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah. Soulsborns are... I'm really glad they exist for the people that like them. I wish there wasn't so many of them that came out every year. Like, it seems like every 5 minutes somebody's like, but I'm going to be the new Soulsborne.
Yeah, I feel like that seems like it's slowed down, or at the very least people just stop caring about, because I mean FromSoft makes so many so fast, like I feel like people will just wait
the
for
Iron Giant! I loved you in a movie.
Hey, Vin Diesel.
Superman.
Oh yeah, that reminds me, I was gonna mention, speaking of Vin Diesel, when we were talking about, I'm sure you know this one, but movie obscure starts is, of course, he was in One Flies Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That makes sense.
He was
I don't
one.
think I knew that, but it makes enough sense.
He has hair, so you could.
Oh, that explains it.
He's one of the nurses. I don't think he has a line of dialogue. But yeah, he's got a full head of hair, and it is weird.
That's one of those movies I'm surprised that they haven't tried to remake, but maybe they understand that they're never going to be, like, their version's never going to be the more well-known one. It's why I don't think they've tried to remake Jaws yet.
Give it time. Doesn't fucking Warner Bros. Own Jaws?
Yeah.
But yeah, One Flew.
Attack, as opposed to what I've been doing this entire time.
I know this is gonna be a crazy bold take. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is a really good movie.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, because I didn't watch it till later-ish. I was I was late high school, and I always thought it looked really boring. I thought it was gonna be boring, and no, it's fucking great. Jack Nicholson is a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
And also,
that's why he's the Joker, baby.
Yeah, and also it's cool because that is like maybe the only movie filmed in my hometown.
It's cool.
That's right here in Salem.
That's where they do the witch trials.
Yeah, except the other Salem. Oh, hey, look, the Iron Giant.
This is where they filmed the Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghosts.
Oh, shit. I was trying to stir my tea, you asshole. Oh, he's actually called the Iron Giant.
Yeah, he's been a boss in a couple of Final Fantasies.
Has he?
Yeah, he's the super boss of Final Fantasy 3.
Ah.
Which, speaking of super bosses, time for Jonathan's bitch about something from a decade ago. Whoever fucking built the Final Fantasy 15 super boss can go fucking kill themselves.
Was that game a decade ago?
It's like a decade ago.
You're probably right, but goddamn.
It's 2017. Yeah, if you don't remember, there's one item that you need to do the super boss, and if you don't have it, you can technically do the super boss, but it takes like 12 hours.
Oh.
You know, it's ridiculous. 2016, yeah, bro. It's 9 years ago.
I believe you. It's just.
Yeah.
Whee.
How long does Final Fantasy 15 super boss take without ring?
Ow. Can you stop hitting me?
A mega boss. Oh, okay. It's not as bad as I remembered it. A mega boss takes an hour and a half, depending on how optimized you are.
Okay. That's still too fucking long.
Oh yeah, I remember it being like ridiculous. I remember people being like, "Oh, I had to call out of work because I needed the whole day to beat this boss."
Jesus. Yeah, that it reminds me of where I got soft locked in The World Ends With You. The math guy. He's basically. Huh?
I remember you telling me about this. You need like one specific item.
Yeah, it's you need to upgrade your supers, which probably most people did. But I fucking didn't know. You know, I fucking never upgrade my supers, and he is immune to most damage, except for your supers. But your level 1 super fucking sucks. Hey, look, press the attack.
The moment you told me to press the attack, I was like, "What the fuck do you think I've been doing this whole game?"
Yeah.
Like, it was like the most useless prompt I've ever seen in my life.
Actually, am I gonna get it off in time? I was kind of dicking around.
It'd be like if a Pokemon, they said, use a type advantage. Piplup thinks you should use Bubble Beam against Charizard. Fucking hell, Piplup.
Except they do that in Let's Go. Kind of, sorta.
Well, Squirtle thinks that you should use Water Gun. Well, Squirtle can go fucking kill. Oh, you're.
Squirtle thinks you should commit tax fraud.
I thought that was Yoshi.
You can both.
Okay. Cody.
Yeah.
New game for your channel, but oh, it's a lich. That explains it. This guy looks badass as fuck. Credit where this game's due, by the way. All of its character designs look fucking
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah.
Game for the channel for you, bro. Turnip Boy commits tax fraud. If you like that, it has the sequel, though it's a roguelike, so I don't know if you'll care for it, where Turnip Boy robs a bank.
Huh. I have enjoyed 3 roguelikes.
Okay.
Care
to elaborate, or you want me to guess?
No. I will not elaborate. Yeah, no, I was just focusing on pressing R1. The only 3 roguelikes I've enjoyed and are I would put Enter the Gungeon.
Okay, Enter the Gungeon's a good one.
I think that's pretty neat. This one I almost don't count Dicey Dungeons as a roguelike.
It's a roguelike.
But just because it has an actual like levels and an end. But
most roguelikes have an end.
I guess I never play that far.
I would say Enter the Gungeon has an end.
Does it? Fair.
Yeah, the final boss is you get the gun that can kill time.
Yeah, that's neat.
And then each, depending on who you play, you fight a different final boss.
Oh, that's kind of cool. And then my favorite roguelike is Hades.
That's fair.
That game is amazing. What's up?
I should have known that one.
Fair. That game's really good, and I'm excited. Oh yeah, are we getting Hades 2? I know it's out, but just on... Let's see.
It's on Steam only right now.
It's on Steam, and it's still early access.
Yep.
Do we have a... No, we don't have a release date for console.
The one I
Oh, we
want
do.
to play next is Dead Cells. It's supposed to be like a Metroidvania roguelike. And for as much as I do not care for Metroidvanias, it looks cool as fuck. It has a Castlevania DLC. So,
I was gonna say, is that the one with the Castlevania DLC?
yeah.
Oh, weird. Hades 2 is going to be a timed exclusive to Nintendo
On
Switch.
Steam or the Nintendo Switch?
Well, Steam. It's yeah, I guess technically Steam because it's gonna come out. The full game's coming out on Steam first, but I don't count Steam as an exclusive.
Console exclusive.
Yeah, fair. Console exclusive. It's gonna be a Switch timed exclusive. It will come to Switch before Xbox and Sony.
Yeah, get fucked, bitches.
So neat.
This is how we do it in the house of Nintendo.
I'll play it
Just
on.
like good old Papa Nintendo raised me.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'll play it on whatever console it comes out on. But it is coming out this year for PC. No, like officially, like the full launch is coming out this year.
You should buy a Steam Deck like me. It only costs insert $800 here.
And then I can play Hades 2 on the go. Unlike
Yeah,
playing, but
like
unlike
this too, which will cost you $500.
well, it's coming out on both Switches. Also, I hate they're calling it the Switch 1. Like I know, but I don't know. It just looks weird calling it the Switch 1 because we never called it the Switch.
So, I'll say for their sake, I do think it was smart of them to just like not try to call the Switch 2 anything fancy and just call it the Switch 2. Because
I
they
agree.
definitely learned their lesson from the Wii U.
Yeah.
But
no, I definitely
it's
agree.
also annoying because like it's the only Nintendo console to ever have like this naming scheme. Like, I know there was the 2DS and the 3DS, but it was
Yeah.
named because 3D and 2D. It wasn't named because it's the second DS.
This is probably not a hot take, but Nintendo has terrible fucking as much as Xbox gets, and fair, Nintendo has fucking terrible names for their consoles.
I think they're relatively fine. Like GameCube, it's a cube that plays games.
I was gonna say
It's
GameCube.
fine.
Honestly, I only
And 64, it's 64-bit, and Nintendo, it's fine.
I like GameCube, and
Yeah,
I like the NES,
The Nintendo DS,
the
It's
NES.
dual screen.
Oh, fair. The DS is fine.
it's dual screen. The 3DS, it's a 3D dual screen. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I think the only ones that you can really like be like, what the fuck is this? Is the Wii and the Wii U.
I would argue the Super Nintendo is not the best name.
It's a more powerful Nintendo. It's a more powerful Nintendo Entertainment System. I think that's perfectly fine.
Is a Wii U not a more powerful? If they called the Super Wii?
The Super Wii.
God, I do not like this fucking Lich. Like, he looks so fucking cool. It might be my favorite enemy design in the game, but he's annoying.
I wouldn't know. I literally pressed square, bro.
I feel like I have to dodge a lot.
I did not dodge a single attack. I
Really?
literally just mashed.
I feel like I can. Okay, you know what? I feel like I can. Yeah, I keep getting.
Did you upgrade your sword?
Probably not. I was like, I feel like I'm
Yeah,
worse than you.
Once you beat Garuda, you can buy a wind sword.
Maybe I did. I don't remember. I think I bought it. I might not have equipped it, honestly. I'll check my equipment.
Ooh, the second dominance of fire. Moon trace.
But yeah, this Lich looks so fucking cool. This
Dude,
might.
yeah. Like, as much as we bitch about this game, I don't think we bitch that much.
No. I mean,
The designs are not one of them.
I think Square, and especially in Final Fantasy.
Should have
Whoa.
seen that coming.
Are we meeting Joshua?
No, we're beating Clive.
No. Wait. But yeah, no, I think Square's designs, especially in Final Fantasy, are almost always they always fucking knock it out of the park. Except for a certain one.
Warner Brothers chief admits missteps on Joker Folie à Deux. We misread the room. No.
You
No.
you just didn't make a good movie.
Misread the room. What are you implying that people that watched the first Joker weren't hoping for the sequel to be a musical with Lady Gaga that says that the Joker's a fucking loser and everybody hates him and ends with Joker getting raped? What do you mean you misread the room? That sounded right to me.
Yeah, I think the issue was they just fucking made a bad movie. Like, I was excited. I was honestly really excited for that movie.
Wasn't I thought it was like the first movie didn't need a sequel.
Oh no, I never watched the first movie. I never will. But I thought the trailers were really good, and then I heard it fucking sucks.
The first movie is one of those movies that the ending, I'm sure you know the ending twist already,
Yeah.
but the ending twist recontextualizes the entire movie, and you can watch that movie 5 times and get a different interpretation every time. But like, it's a really interesting film. But the second one, man, like it was clearly written by people who did not want this to be that there'd be a second movie, and were going to do everything in their power to make sure there was not a third movie.
Well, literally, not long after the first Joker came out, the director and Joaquin Phoenix both said they will never make a Joker 2.
Yeah.
And
They
then
did everything in their power to make sure there was not a Joker 3.
which, I mean, that's a good way to say fuck you to the studio.
I still can't believe that that movie ends with the Joker getting raped in prison. That's so terrible.
I hadn't heard that, but yeah, no.
Yeah, the movie ends with like a bunch of guards just raping him until he is sane in prison. It
Huh.
is so fucking terrible.
Cool.
It's people were like, this sounds like a 4chan joke that somehow became an actual movie. Is
God.
Batman stupid? Why doesn't he just...
DC is so fucked if Superman sucks.
I mean, Superman looks fine.
It does.
No,
but
it's... And come on, man, we just got Batman Yakuza League. Everyone loves that one.
I mean, I feel like people usually like the animated movies.
People do still like the animated movies, yeah. The biggest complaint right now is that the animated movies, almost all of them that are coming out this year, are Batmans.
Fair.
Or, I don't think it's just this year. I think it's over like the next several years. Almost all of them are Batmans.
Well, spoilers. Also, who is because Conroy was still doing Batman for those movies, right?
No,
Or did he stop?
They get different people.
Okay.
The last one he was, well, technically he was in one of the recent ones because they used it was like the last thing he filmed. But the last movie he was in before this one was he did The Killing Joke.
Okay, so it's not always him. Gotcha.
Oh man, now we have to battle Ifrit.
Vogue. I know this is gonna be. It's a very popular take, but I have no emotional connection to the Batman the Animated Series.
Thank you.
I just never watched
Anyway.
it. So as someone who doesn't have connection to that series at all, Kevin Conroy's voice, he is the best Batman as far as the voice goes.
I think Kevin Conroy is my like like the Batman I always hear when I hear like read a comic or whatever for Batman, and Mark Hamill's the Joker for me always.
Fair. Yeah, no, I think that is the best Batman voice and will probably never be topped.
I think other people have done good jobs.
Oh yeah, they've done good. It's been good, but like, there's not a whole lot of bad Batman. But
If you so DC started a new thing last year. I want to say it's called like the Absolute Universe. I could be wrong about that one.
yes, I know what you're talking about.
Did you see them? Like, did you see like the Batman's design and shit?
Yeah, and I know Batman's. They took his money away.
I did that. I don't know anything. I knew only his design, whereas like his chest is the fucking size of every You can like bench press Superman. Superman's
Yeah.
entire upper torso fits in Superman's left calf.
Yeah, no, he's fucking jacked. No, I know that the concept behind the Absolute is they took the main three, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and took away their most like well-known feature, or one of their most well-known. That they wanted to write a series by ripping apart one of their most well-known things. So for Batman, it was his money. He's poor, and also Martha's
Cool.
still. Martha's still alive.
It's cool.
I don't remember what they did for Superman because I just heard people talk about him. I don't know what they took away for him, but for Wonder Woman, it's the Themyscira. It doesn't exist.
It's cool.
And I was like, that sounds kind of neat. I know people are probably like, how dare you change Batman? But we've had so many Batman stories where,
I would say I don't know. I think people are relatively cool with a lot of like otherworld stories at this point. Like,
yeah,
uh, I don't think it ever got as popular as they wanted it to be, but there was a whole DC universe they were planning called Gods and Monsters, and we got one movie for it, and then they stopped. But it was supposed to be like the universe where shit went wrong. So like Bruce Wayne is dead, and instead it's Kirk Langstrom is Batman, and he's a vampire. He didn't become man bad; he became a vampire, so he's Batman. Um, Superman is General Zod's son, and landed in. I think he either landed in Mexico or landed near a migrant family, so he was raised by Hispanics. Um, Wonder Woman is not from Themyscira, and it's not Diana. It's one of the characters from whatever the other version of Apocalypse is, the good version.
is it a good version?
Yes, because Darkseid and the other guy traded sons.
Oh,
That's like
weird.
the whole thing. Yeah. But yeah, so that's like the thing is they're like the alternate versions of these things for like people who went bad, and they were going to do more. They were like the next movie is going to be Martian Manhunter and Aquaman and stuff like that, and it was like really cool, and then they didn't.
There. That sounds neat. I know people really like the Absolute Universe. They've I've heard only good things about him.
So Ebert Boss is really kind of strong, by the way. Heads up, he's the first boss I've had to use a potion against in a while. I feel like it wasn't giving me very many press R1 prompts here. It was just like, hey, you took 600 damage.
Fair. I assumed it was a kaiju battle, but I guess not.
No, it's you versus Ifrit.
Also, it's funny you were like, I was like, oh, if we're fighting Joshua, and you're like, nope, it's Clive, and I thought you were like just doing a bit. No, you weren't. We're just fighting Clive.
You're fighting Clive. Come on, sir. What do you think I am? A liar?
Yes.
Oh.
But
Well, that really says more about you than me now, doesn't it?
yeah. But talking about DC projects makes me think I've never read any of these comics. I don't plan to. But everything I've heard and the design, I fucking hate, especially the design. The Batman Who Laughs. I think that might be the worst.
Do.
Yeah, I think that might be my least favorite DC design. I'm sure there are like really obscure, worse ones, but I despise his design.
I think he was one that got really popular for a minute, and people were like, "Oh, this is really cool." But he got too popular too fast, and people decided, actually, no, this guy kind of fucking sucks.
Yeah, they pushed him.
And it's a shame because I actually think that the like Dark Knight metal is not a terrible concept. I like the idea of like, because Batman is the only Justice Leaguer without, well, one of the only Justice Leaguers without powers. So I think bringing in alternate universe versions of him with powers is an interesting idea. I just think it's a shame. Like I said, I think it's one of those he got too big too fast, and making an entire comic book series being like, hey, man, how would the Justice League stop Batman is kind of insulting.
Yeah.
Also, fuck. If you don't know like how that comic book series got started, fun fact: they made like the ultimate metal that like once it's set off triggers the end of the world, and it's called Batmanium.
That's stupid.
Yep.
That's fucking stupid. No, I did
Yep.
not know that. Yeah, no, I like
Yeah.
the concept behind the different multiverse Batmans. I think it's really cool. And if I remember right, I think some of the other designs are decent, but the Batman Who Laughs is.
There's a Superman one that's pretty. Not Superman. There's a Flash one that's pretty badass.
I was like, my memory says that like the Flash, the Aquaman, and the Green Lantern ones look decent, but
Yeah, Red Death. That's what his name is. His is pretty decent.
all right. Oh, we don't have a dog. Also, we're not healed.
Yep.
Ow.
Yo, what the fuck is that? Accept the truth. No, I'm good.
Sounds like some Kingdom Hearts bullshit.
I'll keep repressing. Thank you.
Also, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, haha.
I don't accept you as my shadow. You're not real. Shadow, come on.
Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, if anyone's watching this, haha, fuck you, Kingdom Hearts fans, haha. Get excited, haha.
Did anything happen, or did you just decided to get like pissy at them?
No, they got really excited, because
Oh, we went Super Saiyan. Oh, okay.
what's up?
We went Super Saiyan.
Oh, cool. Like Kingdom Hearts started trending again, so people were like, "Oh fuck, Kingdom Hearts 4 new announcement or something." It was only trending because Disney released a official like on the YouTube channel like a lo-fi Goofy, you know those lo-fi videos. They did one. It's lo-fi Goofy, and it has like some very subtle Kingdom Hearts references in the background. So
That's
people
cute.
were like, "That's cute. It's fine." But then people were getting really excited and seeing like, "Oh, why is it trending on Twitter? Oh, it must be a new game." And nope, it's that. That was it.
I still like how the origin story of how Kingdom Hearts got started.
I actually don't know.
Is if you don't, did he just go Oh, it's Ifrit. I thought he just pulled out a fucking Susanoo from Naruto. So it was a guy from Square who wanted to make it. And he was like, you know, it'd be really cool. It's Final Fantasy, but we need like a really recognizable round IP. And he bumped into an executive from Disney in an elevator, and essentially just kept pressing the closed door button. And he's like, "No, I have a pitch for you." Like, he wouldn't let the guy out of the elevator. I thought that was awesome.
That's pretty great.
Oh, now it's a kaiju battle.
Did Ifrit versus Ifrit?
No, I'm Shiva.
No. Are you?
Yeah, I'm Ifrit.
Okay.
No, it's Ifrit. Infernal Icon. That is a badass name.
It's pretty cool. Also, his attacks are fucking scorched earth is just always cool. Just sounds fucking awesome. Crimson Rush a little less so. So less cool.
Man, this gameplay really is different than all my other battles. I'm having to press square this time.
I know we give the game shit, but I really don't like the kaiju battles.
Well, the good news is describing that one as a battle is a bit of a stretch.
Fair.
That one was a quick time event at the best. Also, I like how they gave us our Super Saiyan modes. Like, Clive's not strong enough. After I've been wailing on the shadow without taking a hit this whole time. Like, the only time I took the damage was when it was like, you have to battle Ifrit.
Winning the battle, losing the cutscene.
Yeah. But yeah, that's I think people don't like the Batman Who Laughs anymore. I think people are much more big on Owlman again.
Are they? That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you said, like it seemed Like they just pushed him so hard. Like they wanted him to be cool.
Mhm.
Like it was just fucking. I feel like everywhere for like 2 years. Anything Batman had the fucking Batman Who Laughs on it.
Yeah, they were definitely really pushing him. They really wanted him to be the cool one. And I just think it's a shame because I think that there are, like, I don't hate his design. I know you said you don't care for it, but I don't hate his design.
Oh, I hate it. I think it's one of the worst designed things in any fiction.
No. Have you seen the Batman Doomsday?
No.
I think that one was pretty up there. He was one of the other evil Batman from that storyline because they didn't do a Batman Superman.
Oh, they didn't lame.
No, they did Batman Aquaman, Batman Green Lantern, Batman's Flash, Batman Doomsday, Dark Knight. I want to say there was 7 of them.
Oh shit. Whoops. I thought we were still in a cutscene, so I was looking something up, and I'm fucking getting my ass kicked. Whoopsies.
That'll teach you.
Yeah, the shadow was just fucking whipping my ass. I just took like all my health bar because I was not paying attention. Because this game's cutscenes are usually long.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Dark Knight, Ares. That was the version of Wonder Woman. Okay. The Murder Machine. Okay, so they had Dark Knight, Cyborg,
The murder.
and
Yeah.
the
Also,
Grim Knight, which is Punisher.
the name. Wait, Punisher?
Yeah, so one of them is called Grim Knight, and it's a universe where Batman, his parents were killed. He picked up the gun after and shot Joe Chill. So he decided the best way to get justice was to use guns. So he just like carries around a fuck ton of guns, and he's just the Punisher.
Oh, okay, just like not the action. I was like, the Punisher's not.
No, so I'm like, when I say he's Batman Cyborg, I don't know if his backstory is Cyborg, but he's a robot Batman.
Gotcha.
So he's the Batman version of Cyborg. One of them that I call Batman Wonder Woman he's not actually Wonder Woman. He's Ares, but he's supposed to be like a counterpart to Wonder Woman.
Fair. Yeah, mash square, mash square, mash square, mash square.
Merciless is the Batman of Universe -12, a world where he and Wonder Woman fell in love. Fuck yeah.
I also kind of hate.
Murder Wonder Woman. He donned Ares' helmet to defeat the God of War. The helmet caused Bruce to realize peace and mortality are false. Also, it's an absolute destruction of enemies is the only way forward. Sure, why not? Sure,
Also,
why not?
I think we've talked about this before, and I think we agree-ish. I don't think you agree exactly like I do, but I don't like Batman most things when he's with the Justice League. I think he's better as a street level hero. I think when he's involved in these fucking super powered, ridiculous shenanigans.
Mind him when he's used primarily for like his tactical mind, because he is probably one of the more, I'm not going to say smart members of the Justice League, but more tactically gifted. Like, I don't think he's as smart as a character like, say, John Jones or the Flash, but he's certainly has a mind more for like combat pragmatism than they do.
Fair. And yeah, that's fine. It's just when he is saves the day, like, you know, he shows up like, oh, Batman's here, everything's okay. I'm like, he's a dude. But when they treat him like a god, I don't like that.
Yeah. I think I think a lot of people disagree with me. I think this is one of his less popular comics, but I think it's actually a really good one. Is I know the movie is Justice League Doom. Hey, look, it's little brother.
Hey,
It's Ghastly.
Ghastly's god damn it.
I know the movie was called Justice League Doom. I don't know what the comic is, but it's the one where the villains use all of his plans to take down the Justice League against the Justice League.
Oh, I really like that.
He has to come up with counters to the counters. So like one of them is Wonder Woman gets infected with a toxin that makes her see Cheetah everywhere. Like every person she sees is Cheetah. And the idea is that she will fight and kill civilians until she could exhaust herself completely. Because Wonder Woman will never back down from a fight.
Is she that rage induced with Cheetah?
No, Wonder Woman's just she's just a proud warrior.
Fair.
Superman is kryptonite bullet, so they just shoot kryptonite in the heart with it. Flash is there's like a, I want to say it's a bomb or whatever that essentially is designed to phase with him, so he can't phase out of it, and it'll stop, and it only explodes when he stops running. So the idea is similar to Wonder Woman, he runs until he can run no more. John Jones, the chemical that essentially turns his sweat into nitroglycerin, and they set him on fire.
So I can say he's just weak to fire. Like,
yeah. So,
oof.
Stuff like that. And then, like I said, Batman has to come up with counters to these counters, and then has to admit to the Justice League, because they're like, "How did you know this would work?" And he's like, "Oh, because I made the plan." And they have to kind of deal with the, how can we trust you still?
Yeah, that's fair. That's it. Oh yeah, because they don't know about his plans.
No, and that's the point. I think it's one of his best comics because it shows off. No, like I said, in my mind, the key aspect of Batman, which is he's always prepared.
Yeah.
While also having one of my favorite Batman lines, and they're like, well, "If you have all these plans to stop us, what's the plan to stop you?" And he's like, "The Justice League." And I'm like, that's such a good line.
That's pretty cool. All right. So I'll put an asterisk by it, because I blame fucking taking so much damage, but I did die to the Shadow. But he is the first time I'm pretty sure I've died in this game. But I did set my controller down, and he did a shitload of damage. Whee! But yeah, no, I've never heard of that, but conceptually I like that.
Yeah. I'm seeing what it's called, what the comic was called. Tower of Babel. That's what the comic was called. I was like, I know it's not Doom.
That's kind of
the movie.
That's kind of lame.
Yeah. Flash is given a bomb on his wrist. If he tries to remove it or decrease his speed, it explodes, killing everyone within a 3-mile radius. Green Lantern gets infected with Scarecrow gas, convincing him that he let people die and that he is not worthy of the ring. Superman tries to stop somebody from committing suicide, who in turn turns around as disguised Metallo, turns around and shoots him with a kryptonite bullet. So yeah, I think, like I said, I think it's a good comic, but I don't mind Batman. He's not my favorite DC hero, but he's probably like a top 5.
Yeah.
I like Green Lantern, and I like John Constantine. Constantine's comics are fucking weird. If you have not read John Constantine's Hellraisers, those are fucking weird, bro. My favorite one is the one where he's on a beach that gets hit by an atomic bomb, and everyone starts getting infected by the radiation. So him and this other girl start having sex, and their child turns out to be a 2-headed seal that gets eaten by birds.
Jonathan, are you?
A dream.
Oh,
it's a dream, by the way.
I was gonna say, you okay, buddy?
That's a real comic, though.
Oh, I know. I believe you.
The other one I like is he meets the personification of human suffering, which, by the way, this is a cool villain. She can bring other people's sufferings. She can warp reality to bring other people's sufferings to where she is. So, like, at one point, she's like in New York City with and she meets a Vietnam or Vietnam or one of those survivors, and she's like, "Wouldn't it be fucked up if like the war didn't stop?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" And she she warps reality and makes mines around the local playground, and like a bunch of kids just die in front of this guy. And she's like, "That's fucked up. You should kill yourself."
Jesus.
And it ends with John Constantine literally fucking her until she like leaves.
Oh.
He literally has sex with this. He's like, "You know what make me feel again?" She's like, "What?" And they just straight up have sex, and he wakes up and like, then she leaves, and he's like, "No, I still don't feel anything." It's so weird.
So does he solve all of his problems by fucking it? Does he do the Captain?
Not all of them, but a decent amount.
Whoa, we're gonna go Super Saiyan.
Another one she does is she convinces a teenage son that he's starving. She like gives him the same hunger that people feel like in third world countries, and he like straight up just starts attacking people and cannibalizing because he's so hungry.
Can I just not accept the truth? I don't want to accept the truth.
What I was sitting there doing, bro. Like, nah, I repressed it. You're not my real. You're not me. You're not my shadow.
Like eventually they move the thing to the side. So I'm like, will they just?
I was waiting for them to like take it off the screen and just make me lose the fight.
Oh wow!
What's the line they say? What's the line they say in Persona 4? They like always say it before the boss battle. You're not me.
Oh yeah.
It's not true. Some bullshit like that.
I don't have to embrace my shadow.
You would think after like the 6th time this happens, they'd be like, okay, so above all else,
don't say. Yeah, I always thought that was weird. I was like, why don't they prepare? Why don't they do, like? Why does this keep happening? Oh man. Our Inferno mode or whatever the fuck it's called, Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan. It looks fucking stupid.
I like the big like demon arm. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't like the gray skin and like the cracks.
That's because we're supposed to be like it's supposed to look like Magma.
I guess it's the first design that I don't like. It's too much, which that is when Square. I think that's Square's weakness. Of sometimes, again, I like most of their designs, but sometimes they go a little overboard.
Fan of simplicity, and I am not.
Fair.
There is a reason I like Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh designs better than I like most Pokemon designs.
Fair. I like simplicity.
I know some people are like, oh, but like it looks so clean. Wouldn't you rather take like Mewtwo over like fucking Megamon X mode? And I'm like, no, I'd take a Megamon X antibody over Mewtwo any day.
Whoa! I wonder if it's gonna be a kaiju battle for 6 seconds.
Experiment Head. I played Silent Hill.
I haven't.
I don't even think he's Silent Hill. I'm pretty sure he's.
Did Silent Hill 2 ever come out? The remake?
Yes. I think it came out a couple months ago.
Man, no one talked about it, did they?
The only one I know who talked about it is Zero Punctuation. No, what the fuck is his? Yeah, Zero Punctuation.
Yeah,
that's his name.
Yahtzee. You're right.
Yeah, he's called something else now.
Oh, he changed it?
Because he left the company.
Oh, fair.
I feel like I've talked to you about this at least before, but they
shit.
threatened to. They were like, they fired his editor, who's like apparently one of his best friends, and he was like, no. And they're like, yeah, he's fired. So what are you gonna do about it? And he just left and started his own company with some of his friends, and literally is doing Zero Punctuation on this new channel. He's just called something else.
Fair.
Like it's the same jokes, it's the same editor, so it's the same like almost exactly the same style. Like he constantly references like his older videos. It's like back on the other channel I reviewed.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know where they thought that was gonna go. Then like.
Yeah, I don't. Especially because he's easily the most popular thing on their channel.
Yeah, by far. Like they've got a couple others, or they had.
Yeah, let me look it up.
Yeah, I haven't watched.
He's actually doing a good, cool thing on there now. Okay, so first of all, they haven't. The old channel that he was on hasn't uploaded anything in 8 months.
Like The Escapist.
Yeah. And in the last year.
Oh wow, they haven't.
The only video they've released that cracked over 30,000 views, sorry, over 40,000 views, was every 2023 Zero Punctuation. Everything else has stayed below 40K.
I'm sure you're looking at it too, but if you see his the Zero Punctuation views versus their other videos, like holy shit, it's not even close.
It's over 10 times.
Yeah.
It's leaps and bounds. Fully Ramblematic, that's the name of the new thing.
Okay.
So his new channel is called Second Wind, and his new video that came out 6 days ago has 216,000 views.
Okay, so his numbers are
Yeah.
still...
They're lower than they were, but not by much.
Hey, they streamed Oblivion today. I was gonna say
Yeah, so
it's probably just some people just like I didn't know, and like I feel like
that's what I'm saying. Like he has less views, but it's because people didn't know he has a new channel.
yeah,
He's doing well. Like I said, his newest Zero Punctuation has more views than most of their videos in the last year combined. But the other thing he does is so his like Zero Punctuation style videos are fully Ramblematic, and sometimes he just like, no, I want to talk about this topic that's not actually a video game, but it's related to them, and those are called Sammy Ramblematics, and I think those are pretty cool.
yeah. He did that with Zero Punctuation.
I don't remember a lot of those, but like
they were still called
this.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, for instance, one of the ones he talked about was like a sanity meter, and it was like a lot of games just like go, oh look, it's a scary thing, and then it leaves, and he's like, that's cool and all, but it doesn't really incentivize you to keep the sanity meter high because you want to see the scary thing. That's the point.
Yeah, that is weird.
So he was talking about he talked about games that he thought did sanity meters well. So for instance, because if you don't know, he does make games.
Yeah.
He patted himself on the back. He's like, one of the favorite things I did was if your sanity meter got too low, your options started switching around, and one of them would be like kill yourself. And if you hit it at the wrong time, you'd have to play a mini game where you had to mash to not deal damage to yourself. I'm like, that's a neat idea. That's a neat idea how to implement it. So I think those are cool videos.
Yeah, that's kind of neat. Yeah, no, he would do stuff. They were still called Zero Punctuation, but he would talk about like just different. I mean, they were still video game related, but he would talk about like different things in the genre, like different, like fuck ups companies have did, or different just sort of video game adjacent things. When he didn't have a game he wanted to play.
Gotcha. Yeah, another one he did was he recently, I mean like 2 months ago, talked about the EA EA spouse scandal from like the early 2000s, which if you don't know was a guy's fiance. It was like reported to the government that he was working like 70 hours a week without getting any overtime, and a bunch of other people's like spouses and wives and husbands from a like reported the same thing, and EA got sued the fuck out of it. So they started having to pay overtime and like cut back on the hours. And that was one of his let's all laugh at it industries. And he's like, oh, this is the first one we've done since we left the channel. I had to make a new title for this one.
That's fair. Yeah, I did not hear about that. I don't remember that one.
The weird thing he did that I remember thinking was interesting was they released like all of the videos all of his reviews they did for like 2024 on Blu-ray. And like you can buy all of them for volume 1, and I was like, that's cool and all, but you know what I don't think I would ever buy on Blu-ray?
Yeah, I like his stuff. I mean, he's fucking great. Like he's been doing this for what, like 20 fucking years or so, it feels like.
His videos are at least like 14 years old.
Yeah,
like he's been doing this since like early YouTube.
I was gonna say I was pretty sure I was still in college, or not college, at high school.
I looked it up because he was doing. I got Heavy Rain recently because it was cheap on Steam, and he had a review for that, and that game was like early 2010s.
Yeah, I know he reviewed. I know he did Wii U stuff. He for sure. Remember watching some stuff for the Wii U, so he definitely was. Whatever the Wii U came out and before. But that's neat. I'm glad. Yeah, it's funny how his channel is doing pretty well, and then they just stopped.
Yeah, they just fucked off, man.
Okay, that makes. not that I was like, I just realized I was like, oh, I have not been recommended a Yahtzee video in a long time. I was like, oh, because I watched the last one. It was Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. Well, now you know. Now you
And
know where to find it.
they just never made another one. Neat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I should subscribe. Let's subscribe, and then let's unsubscribe. Actually, am I subscribed to the completionist or the not completionist, the escapist? I'm sure I am.
Like, I can't believe that they were like, oh, you know, it's a really brilliant plan. Let's fire his editor, and he was like, hey, no, and they're like, well, what are you gonna do about it? It's like, what the fuck did you think they were gonna do?
Yeah, I do wonder what the fuck. The oldest escape, the oldest zero punctuation on the escapist is 16 years ago.
Yeah, I knew it was a while.
And it wouldn't surprise me if there was earlier
But
ones
then-
too, because they're like private videos and stuff. So the people aren't proud of their early works, they'll private stuff. So it would not surprise me if there's some sooner.
I would have been released.
Like, what was that?
Said I would have been 11 when that was released.
Also, what the fuck? Why is Titan guy mad? Did someone send his? Is that his girlfriend's body?
You act like I pay attention to these cutscenes.
It's a box, and Titan guy is mad. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
I'm assuming it's her ashes. I don't remember what happened to Wind Girl.
She got back her wind powers and we killed her again. Remember?
Yeah, but after that, like,
I don't remember because I remember thinking that she was going to be done. You called this Elder Scrolls Oblivion?
yeah. Do you see my thumbnail?
Yeah, no, I figured we were done. So
Yeah.
I opened up YouTube and I just saw it.
Yeah, I'll cut it out as soon as this. He's crying about a box. What's in the box?
I don't remember. Because I remember thinking that she was going to be done before we fought her again, and then we fought her again.
Yeah, same. I didn't expect dark. Right, but don't worry, we have our Final Fantasy VI source or Final Fantasy 16 source.
You're gonna mess with Chief?
Yeah.
Called it. See, that's why they paid me the big bucks. That and the fact that I try to catch soda with my bare hands.
We can go Super Saiyan now. Neat.
Yeah, that's a permanent thing going on.
I figured it was. All right.
I haven't needed to use it because I'll give you a hint. I didn't need to use it the first time. This game is not hard, but
yeah, I will say those fights were the harder.
Yeah, I think the battle versus Ifrit was probably the hardest battle we've done so far.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised we got Super Saiyan before we got like more icons.
Yeah, we still only have wind and fire. I mean, you technically have a third icon now.
Yeah.
Once you beat the boss battle, it's like you've unlocked Ifrit. I'm like, as opposed to before.
I know him. He is me. All right. Well, I sure hope no one. Oh fuck! I don't even know where I'm streaming this. I don't know where. I didn't have the window up. I hope no one chatted. If you did, I love you.